Ki kynhun ki Myntri mynta ka sngi ka khat tarik risaw hajar phulai ha ka jingiakynduh ki Iathir ha ka iadei bat ka mat ka iadei Halor ki Nongshong di Madan Kiba ha Kylleng ka Nongbah Shillong. Haba iakren shakilat pathai khubor, Myntri ke Sorkar jylla uba Paul Lyngdoh, ïathuh bakadon ka jong ka Sorkar pdeng, kabala mynjur snem hajar khat saw, kabala tip ka the Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Act hajar khat saw, but they Halor kani, baka Sorkar jylla kala thaw ki kendon snem hajar phuar, haka baka kynhun Myntri mynta ka sngi, kala mynjur ka Draft Meghalaya Street Vendor Scheme hajar phulai. Bat kathong jong ka Sorkar, kalong ban ping ya biang lang hapdeng kajing don kampan im jong ki basong di Madan, bat ru ban pej bakadei ban don kajing shngan, bat ban pej bakiwe ki mat kum kajing bot renti ya ki an ki kanun, kajing khapnya, bat kajing shngan jong ki nongleit nongwan.
Meghalaya, and also that they have stayed in Meghalaya for at least the last 3 years, and that they have been trading or vending in a particular place for a minimum of 6 months, and also that they possess a trade license based wherever the Trading by Non-Tribals Act is applicable. Okay, based on their having met these conditions, we will then separate, the legal from the illegal, and only legal, authorized, registered vendors will be given spaces in the vending zones.
But Paul, what about
As I
these?
mentioned earlier, under this central act, okay, the state had only adopted the act in 2022, right? So that was just last year, and today the government, if you talk of government, this government is barely 7 months old. So now that we are seized of the enormity of the problem, we are determined to, as I said, have a fine balancing between somebody's need for livelihood and others' need for safety and free movement and not causing inconvenience to pedestrians or motorists, which is why this scheme has been envisaged and approved by the cabinet today.
Will this
Yeah, based on this master plan and the identification of zones will be based on certain criteria. For instance, we will make sure that these zones will not impede the movement of traffic, the movement of pedestrians, will not cause law and order issues. Those are factors that will be taken into account. That only today received the approval of the cabinet. So this scheme will ensure that the registration process is legal now, because this scheme is part of a central act, and we are framing the rules and the scheme in accordance with that central act. This will be based on the cabinet decision today. We will notify the scheme and also notify the areas which we will be covering immediately. So it should take about a couple of months. We are at the moment talking about open spaces, but when you talk about the matter that you brought up, this relates to markets. We have a plan in mind to also construct hawkers markets. As and when that is done, we will inform.